What if I told you that being frugal isn't about deprivation, but about unlocking a life of abundance and true freedom? Forget everything you thought you knew about frugality. It's not about being cheap or living small, it's the ultimate strategy for wealth, peace, and control. And if one more person calls me cheap, I might just have to show them my savings account, because frugality and cheapness are fundamentally different. For me, embracing frugality was a turning point. It's why I could pay off my house, enjoy debt-free family trips, and finally breathe without constantly checking my bank account. It's not about saying no to spending, but saying yes to peace, freedom, and control, allowing you to live bigger than ever before. My name is Sarah, and I'm a financial coach, the owner of Frozen Pennies. And author of the international best-selling book, Fundamentally Frugal. Every year, my mom and I embark on a special thrifting trip. We drive familiar back roads, stopping for local produce, unearthing old treasures, and sharing conversations about life. Each time, I'm powerfully reminded that frugality was never about lack, it was always about love, creativity, and connection. This tradition reinforces that being frugal isn't cheap, it's intentional. So, let's explore the habits that truly embody this philosophy. We're about to dive into 18 transformative hacks that prove frugality is the smartest path to genuine wealth. Number 1, spending more once to spend less forever. Being frugal isn't about chasing the cheapest deal, it's about thinking long-term. A frugal person invests in well-made boots that last a decade instead of replacing flimsy ones every season. They choose solid cookware, durable furniture, and classic clothing that won't require constant replacement. This approach isn't indulgence, it's stewardship. It's looking at the cost per use instead of just the price tag. Over time, spending more once actually saves you hundreds, if not thousands, while reducing clutter, stress, and waste. Cheap costs you twice, frugal protects your future. That doesn't mean you have to spend a fortune for quality either. All of our cast iron frying pans came from garage sales or were passed down from family members. I have plenty of name brand pieces in my closet that were thrifted, too. In fact, my annual thrifting extravaganza is coming up soon. I head to my mama's house in Connecticut, and we spend days thrifting and visiting local farms for produce. It's so much fun and a sweet tradition I look forward to every year. Number 2, curating, not accumulating. Frugality isn't about having less for the sake of deprivation, it's about curation. Every item in a frugal home earns its place. Whether it's decor, kitchen gadgets, or clothes, frugal individuals keep only what's useful, beautiful, or meaningful. It's not minimalism as an aesthetic, it's minimalism as a mindset. Less to clean, less to maintain, less to distract from what truly matters. Instead of impulse buying, they edit their surroundings like an artist edits a painting, removing what doesn't belong so the real beauty stands out. I personally adore decluttering. Like many of us, I've accumulated items over the years, and a thorough clean-out brings me immense joy. There's a profound sense of freedom in letting go. In fact, I need to clear out some sweaters and donate them before my upcoming thrifting trip with my mom. I can't justify adding new pieces without first creating space. Number 3, using money as a mirror. Every dollar you spend reflects your priorities. Frugal people use spending as a form of self-reflection, asking questions like, does this align with who I want to be, or am I buying peace or just a distraction? This kind of values audit helps them spot habits that don't match their goals, like buying takeout while dreaming of early retirement. When you view money as a mirror, it stops being something to fear or feel guilty about. It becomes a tool for growth, helping you live in alignment with your truest self. I am incredibly goal-oriented, I thrive on setting and achieving objectives, and if I fall short, I simply try again until I succeed. Currently, I'm undertaking a low-buy food challenge, aiming to return to basics and utilize all the food I already have. It's been eye-opening to discover just how much food I've accumulated and not used. I'm eager to see how much I saved to put towards our Chase the Sun vacation in February. Now, let's pause here for a critical distinction. because this is where many people misunderstand. Being frugal and being cheap are absolutely not the same thing. Cheapness is driven by fear, fear of spending, fear of losing, fear of not having enough. It's about cutting corners, often at a greater cost in the long run, focusing solely on the price tag. Frugality, conversely, is driven by intention and thoughtfulness. It's about aligning your money with your values, spending where it truly matters, saving strategically where it doesn't, and discerning the difference. Frugal individuals aren't afraid to spend, they are simply intentional about why they spend. So, the next time someone calls you cheap, remember this: cheap is scarcity, frugal is strategy. Cheap saves money today, frugal builds freedom for tomorrow. Number 4, creating money rituals. Instead of just tracking expenses, frugal people create rituals around their money. Maybe it's a Sunday coffee with their partner to review the budget, or a Friday night money date to plan the week ahead. They might reset envelopes or review savings goals on the first of every month. These small rituals make money management feel calm instead of chaotic. It turns budgeting into something grounding and empowering, like brushing your teeth for your finances. When money becomes a ritual instead of a restriction, consistency becomes effortless. For me, Sunday is my dedicated planning and cooking day, and it's profoundly beneficial for my mental well-being. As a natural planner, I cherish sitting down with my coffee, reviewing the week ahead, and ensuring everything has its place and a plan. This ritual brings me a sense of peace and control even before Monday begins. Number 5, practicing slow spending. Frugality is about thoughtfulness, not deprivation. Frugal people practice slow spending, pausing before buying to see if the desire actually lasts. Maybe it's a 72-hour wait, a 30-day challenge, or a rule that every big purchase goes on a someday list first. Most of the time, that craving fades, and what's left are the things that truly matter. Slow spending helps retrain your brain away from dopamine-driven shopping and toward intention. It's not about saying no to everything, it's about saying yes to what lasts and what's more important. You should see my current online shopping cart. There's easily over $300 worth of items sitting there that I'll likely never purchase. But honestly, it's incredibly satisfying to add things, let them sit, and then revisit them later. This process gives me ample time to decide what's truly worthwhile, and usually, it's very little. It's like a monthly shopping detox that consistently saves me money. Number 6, invest in skills, not stuff. Frugal people understand that skills are the real assets. They'd rather learn how to fix a leaky faucet than pay someone else to do it. They invest time in mastering cooking, canning, sewing, home repair, and personal finance because skills appreciate while stuff depreciates. Learning how to do things for yourself turns spending into empowerment. You don't just own fewer things, you know more. And knowledge, unlike stuff, doesn't break, depreciate, or go out of style. I recently discovered the concept of a personal growth curriculum, and I'm completely obsessed. The idea is to select 1 to 3 skills to learn each season or quarter, anything from gardening to plumbing to bread making. I think it's a brilliant approach. I'm currently deep into my own project and absolutely loving it. I've also committed to reading non-fiction for 1 hour daily, ideally in the mornings when my mind is freshest. I admit I've missed a few mornings, but I'm reading more non-fiction than I have in years, and that feels like a significant win to me. Number 7, creating systems of use. A frugal home runs like a well-oiled machine, not through perfection, but through systems. Every system has a purpose and a place. Groceries get rotated in a labeled bin. Leftovers are planned into next week's meals, and wardrobes follow a capsule approach. These systems prevent forgotten fruit, duplicate purchases, and clutter creep. It's a quiet kind of discipline that keeps life running smoothly and effortlessly. When your home supports your habits, frugality stops feeling like an effort, it becomes the natural rhythm of your household. I absolutely adore standard operating procedures, or SOPs. I've implemented them for virtually everything in my home, my budgeting, and certainly for my business. They've repeatedly saved my sanity, and if something can be systematized, I will find a way to do it. This approach makes everyday frugality feel effortless because you're not constantly reinventing the wheel. Number 8, buying used strategically, not desperately. Buying secondhand isn't about scraping by, it's about smart resourcefulness. Frugal people buy used with strategy, not shame. They study brands, know when estate sales happen, and understand quality construction so they can spot gems. Whether it's solid wood furniture, cast iron cookware, or name brand jeans, they buy things built to last, often at a fraction of the retail price. This habit respects both the planet and your wallet. It's not about doing without, it's about doing better with. My list for my annual thrifting trip is already prepared, and I'm incredibly excited. I have a few items in my online cart that I'd much rather find secondhand: a slotted spoon, a flat whisk, and a large ceramic mixing bowl. The older, the better. I'm also on the hunt for some tops in my preferred colors for video content and a navy jacket for cooler weather. It's more than just shopping, it's the thrill of the hunt and the sheer joy of discovering something that feels uniquely meant for you. This thrifting tradition with my mom has become our yearly reset. We both create lists beforehand, noting items we desire but only if we can find them pre-owned. There's something powerful about intentionally searching for quality together, rather than mindlessly adding things to a cart. It's a wonderful reminder that frugality can actually be fun, not a sacrifice, but a strategy paired with adventure. Number 9, budgeting for joy. The difference between frugal and cheap. Joy. Frugal people plan for pleasure the same way they plan for bills. They set aside money for travel, hobbies, or their favorite coffee, because joy is what keeps frugality sustainable. Cutting out everything fun leads to burnout and resentment, not freedom. When you intentionally budget for joy, you eliminate guilt from spending. You can savor the experience knowing it's already accounted for. And that's the real secret to a balanced financial life. If you're familiar with this channel, you'll know that books are my love language. So, my joy fund always includes books. This month, I also treated myself to a couple of lovely fall candles and a bouquet of sunflowers for the kitchen table, which makes the whole house feel warm and cozy. These small splurges remind me that frugal living isn't about cutting out joy, it's about purposefully funding it. Number 10, living seasonally. A frugal lifestyle flows with the seasons instead of fighting them. In summer, windows are open and meals are grilled outside. In winter, soups simmer and layers keep heating bills low. They eat what's in season, shop at end-of-season sales, and plan budgets around predictable shifts like school, holidays, and utilities. This mindset keeps them connected to nature's rhythms and helps their spending stay intentional, offering a more grounded way to live that naturally saves money without ever feeling forced. I'm particularly drawn to casseroles this time of year. Last week, I shared a blog post on my website featuring 50 casserole recipes. Number 11, saying no with confidence. Frugal people say no confidently and kindly. They don't apologize for prioritizing their goals. "That's not in my budget right now" isn't an excuse, it's a boundary. Cheap people say no out of fear, frugal people say no out of clarity. They know every yes is a trade-off, and they're intentional about what they trade for. This mindset not only protects their finances but also builds self-respect. Saying no is a muscle, and once you strengthen it, your peace and savings will grow. Remember, no is a complete sentence. You are a smart, fully functioning adult who can decline without explanation. There's no need to justify, over-explain, or feel guilty about it. Protecting your financial boundaries is one of the most empowering money habits you can cultivate. Number 12, building a home economy. Frugal living is about more than saving money, it's about running your home like a thriving small business. You track inputs, time, food, money, and outputs, like meals, comfort, and peace of mind. You look for inefficiencies. Maybe the dryer is overused, or groceries are getting wasted. You measure results: full bellies, cozy spaces, calm mornings. Thinking of your home as an economy helps you spot leaks and find opportunities for saving and efficiency. It's empowering to realize you're the CEO of your own household. I consider myself to manage two businesses, Frozen Pennies and the Conklin Home. As CEO and CFO of both, I operate them with the same dedication. Each runs with love, grace, and strategy, sharing the ultimate goal of building a happy, sustainable, and financially peaceful life. Number 13, measuring wealth in freedom, not finances. True wealth isn't the number in your bank account, it's how much choice you have. Frugal people aim for freedom, freedom from debt, from lifestyle pressures, from needing to say yes when their heart says no. It's not about the size of your paycheck but about your ability to walk away from anything that doesn't align with your values. That's why frugality feels rich, it gives you back control. The goal isn't money itself, it's what money buys you: peace, flexibility, and options. I embrace the idea that money is simply a tool, and you can increase your financial bottom line whenever you choose. It may require creativity, but opportunities abound. As I recently told someone, money isn't pie, everyone can have a slice. She found it brilliant, and it's one of my favorite sayings because it highlights that there's room for all of us to thrive. That, truly, is what financial freedom is all about. Number 14, the 24-hour power pause for utilities. Before flipping a switch or running the dryer, frugal people pause and ask, can this wait for 24 hours? Maybe it'll cool down tonight, or the laundry can air dry tomorrow. These tiny habits stretch your awareness around energy use. And over time, those small pauses add up to real savings. It's a mindfulness practice disguised as a money habit, one that turns resourcefulness into a lifestyle. My personal rules are simple: if the sun is out, the lights stay off. If the dishwasher or washing machine isn't full, it doesn't run. And if the day is above 15 degrees Celsius, the heating remains off. This isn't cheapness, it's smart living. Small changes like these can lead to surprisingly significant differences in your bills, and it becomes an effortless habit once you start noticing. Number 15, one in, one out, and upgrade rule. Every new purchase comes with a responsibility. Frugal people follow a simple rule: if something new comes in, something old must go out. But there's a twist: the new item must be an upgrade. It has to improve quality, function, or alignment with your current life. This keeps possessions intentional and reduces clutter while ensuring your environment keeps evolving. It's mindful consumption at its best: slow, thoughtful, and sustainable. This rule stems directly from my passion for decluttering. I keep a bin next to the dryer for clothing donations and a basket at the top of the stairs for finished books destined for the library's book sale, a perfect one-in, one-out system. It's simple, satisfying, and I constantly seek small ways to make it easier to adhere to. My thrifting weekends with my mom perfectly illustrate this rule. Every year before we go, I clean out my closet, making space for something new, and always donate what I no longer need. For me, it's not about accumulating more, it's about gratitude for what I have, for what serves me, and for what's next. That's truly what frugality feels like: appreciation over accumulation. Number 16, the ingredient audit before grocery shopping. Before making a grocery list, frugal people check what's already in the fridge, pantry, and freezer. The question is always, what can I make with what I already have? This simple habit sparks creativity: soup from odds and ends, casseroles from leftovers, or muffins from overripe bananas. It prevents food waste, reduces spending, and often leads to surprisingly great meals. It's not just smart, it's a ritual of gratitude for what you already own. As I mentioned earlier, I'm currently in a low-buy month, and I'm eager to share my progress. My goal is to completely utilize all the food in my stockpile and pantry before my major winter restock, which I plan before Christmas. I've significantly reduced my grocery budget and turned it into a creative challenge to make meals from what I already have. For instance, I have 2 cans of pineapple chunks, and beyond a pineapple upside-down cake, I'm not entirely sure what to do with them. So, if you have any ideas, please share them in the comments below. Number 17, Micromaintenance Minutes. 5 minutes a day can save hundreds of dollars a year. Frugal people make micromaintenance part of their rhythm, wiping down appliances, oiling squeaky hinges, checking filters, tightening screws, or cleaning drains. It's not glamorous, but it prevents breakdowns and expensive repairs. These tiny habits compound into huge savings over time. The truth is, taking care of what you already have is one of the most underrated forms of wealth building there is. This is such a brilliant idea. I recently saw it in a social media post and immediately thought, I need to implement this. Honestly, I'm not naturally great at it, but I'm actively working on it. Sometimes, frugality isn't about what comes naturally, it's about making a conscious decision to start and improve little by little. Number 18, Luxury on Rotation. Frugality doesn't mean you can't have luxuries, it just means you're strategic about them. Instead of trying to have everything all the time, frugal people rotate indulgences. Maybe they splurge on a salon color in the autumn, fresh flowers for the flower garden in the spring, or high-quality coffee year-round. This rhythm keeps life feeling abundant without lifestyle creep. By spacing out luxuries intentionally, you appreciate them more, and your budget stays balanced without sacrificing joy. I am a firm believer in quiet luxuries, those small, cozy touches that make life feel special, particularly at this time of year. Nothing calms me more than curling up with a soft blanket, a good book, a cup of hot tea, and a flickering candle. It's such a simple pleasure, yet it nourishes me completely. Frugal living grants me the space and freedom to fully enjoy these moments without any guilt. Ultimately, frugality isn't about rigid rules or harsh restrictions, it's a profound mindset shift. It's about choosing intention over impulse, and purpose over pressure. Every single one of these habits is fundamentally about freedom, financial, emotional, and even mental. Because when you cease chasing more and begin optimizing what you already possess, life feels lighter, calmer, and far more abundant. You realize there's nothing to prove, you simply need to live with purpose. By the end of our annual thrifting trip, my mom and I always return home with full hearts, perhaps a few grapevines, and a car trunk that carries the faint, comforting scent of old books and sweet potatoes. Every piece we acquire has a story, and every habit we cultivate serves a purpose. That is the true heart of frugality, not living cheaply, but building a life rich in meaning, freedom, and the kind of wealth money simply cannot buy. If this video has made you rethink what frugal truly means, please like, subscribe, and share it with a friend who's striving to live smarter, not smaller. Because at the end of the day, being frugal isn't about going without, it's about finally having enough.